Sup guys, it's Sims here. Welcome to my first ever video tutorial. So I'm going to be teaching you how to do skin retouching. I know you guys have been hitting me up in my DMs asking me when am I going to do a workshop or whatever. So here's the video. So I'm going to teach you how to retouch without making it look fake, okay? So like not like all these slay queen photographers, you know, who just hit up that frequency separation and yo guys, yeah, like don't do it, okay? So the first thing you're gonna need a welcome tablet, okay? If you don't have one of these, please don't add me, like we got nothing to talk about. So yeah, so you really need this. It comes with a pen like this, and yeah, so let's get to the video. Okay guys, so we're here in Photoshop. I use Photoshop for all my retouching, so I don't use your Facetune or Beautify or all those things. Throw that shit away, guys. Like, the real deal is Photoshop, okay? Retouching is a very patient job, so if you're not patient, if you are those 5-minute guys, yeah, like this is not for you. I think this image is actually a good example because homegirl here had a bit of a breakout, so I'm lucky she has allowed me to use this image. Because now if you meet her on the street, her skin is popping, you know. So yeah, so basically I'm just gonna go about like what would I edit, what wouldn't I edit, and all those things, okay? So yeah, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm first gonna identify the areas that I need to, you know, retouch. So usually I do a layer like this, and then I'll take a color, say I used to hate red, so maybe I'll take like that color, okay? And I'll just take a hard brush, let's say control here and get a hard brush, and then I'll just make it small, you know. And basically what I want to do, I want to circle whatever stands out, you know, pops out. So I'll circle all the things that I need to edit out, you know. So just so that like at the end of the day I remember like, okay, like what have I missed, you know. So basically you want to go through this phase and you want to like circle like most things. So basically after circling all of that, you can hide this layer. So maybe you can just call it a guide, okay? So yeah, and then you just uncheck it. You want to remove what's not permanent, you know. So like the scar is a permanent feature to her, so I wouldn't remove that, you know. Like this mole seems like a permanent feature to her, you know. So I'd remove like things that the eye won't see. Like you're not going to look at someone's eyes and see all of this, you know. Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to duplicate your background layer. So the shortcut is just Command J. I'm going to rename this and call it cleanup or healing, whatever you want to call it, okay? And I'm going to take my healing brush, which is this one here. I like this one because you alt ensemble. And basically I'm going to go through, zoom into wherever I need to, then I'm going to alt click a good area and paste it over a bad area. So see what we've done there, before, after. So we're basically going to do this for all of it. So I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to fast forward this video because basically, as I said, the technique is simple. It's just repetitive. It's the same thing. See, like there, the cool thing that you're gonna see today, you're gonna see me make my mistakes. And like, it's good to zoom in sometimes, but you also gotta zoom out, you know, so you can see the overall image. Right, so here's the before, here's the after. Before, after. Like, tell you what, like, give us some slay queen, I'll be happy with this already, you know. Like, so don't worry about all these bumps here. These we're gonna now fix with frequency separation. So I have an action. If you want this action, just hit me up. Yeah, like, so basically I'm gonna explain to you how it works. So because I also don't know the science behind frequency separation, and I'm not trying to know it, it's just this information for me to keep in my brain. So basically you want to move this to the end, so 0.1, and you want to slowly, you know, like, keep increasing it until you don't see skin texture. You see there, like, can't see skin texture anymore, right? Zoom out a little bit. Can't see skin texture, but I think I might have went too far, so I'm gonna come back a little bit. Okay, that's 16. Let's see. So there, I think we're in a good point because I can't see skin texture. I can only see the variations on the skin color. You see, so all these little bumps or whatever it is, it's, you know, like, it's variations in color. So actually, let me go to 17. Yeah, 17 is going to do it. So okay. So this radius is going to be different for every M. Now you're going to take your mixer brush, right? So if you don't have a mixer brush here, or it's not in these arrows next to the B brush, you just have to go to Edit, Toolbar. It's probably going to be somewhere here on these extra tools. Basically, you're just going to drag it back. And then for your mixer brush, these are the settings. Okay, look at those, copy them, get a soft brush. Okay, 0% hardness. So now you're not gonna alt, you're just gonna paint it like that, and you're gonna lift your brush to wherever, like, it's a different color. So if I didn't lift up my brush, this is what's gonna happen, right? Okay, and if you do that, my guy, you're stupid. Okay, like, lift up your brush for every single plate. Okay, let me show you before and after. So before, after. Let me switch this back on. So before, after. See where we're going with this. Okay, so basically you're just gonna continue doing this. And this I usually do, like, you know, with this image zoomed out, you know, because I want to see the overall image. I don't want to do it too close, and I think that's the biggest problem that everybody does, is they retouch too zoomed in, and then when they're done, the image looks flat. And they wonder why. Nah, my guy, you're zooming in too much. It's too much, my guy. It's like being in a toxic relationship. Everybody else can see it, but since you zoomed in, you can't see. Before and after. So, like, when you look at this image like this, you're like, yeah, ne, I wish I be. But zoom it out a little bit, and now you can see this image is starting to get blurry, right? That's because this opacity is too much. So we're gonna go down until you can't see anything, depending on what radius you had chosen. So the percentage here could even be 10. So yeah, so see, like, there, before, after. You can't really see what you've done, and you're on the right track there. Maybe let's go 55. From this view, you can still see skin texture and imperfections. That's perfect. So you're gonna zoom in. Now when you look at it like this, before, after, can you see what we've done? So all these other spots and all that stuff we're going to deal with in the next in the high layer. Okay, so the high layer we're going to use a clone stamp tool. So its shortcut is S, 5%, right click, soft brush. Okay, so basically with the clone stamp tool, what we're going to do is we're going to like even out the skin texture. Okay, so on a low percentage small brush, I'm going to do that. So you're going to out sample and paste. So let me just show you what I've done here. Before, after. Okay. Okay, let me show you a before and after. Okay, so before, look carefully like here, after, before, after. So it has to be so subtle. So like even like before, after. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna fast forward this, okay? When you press R on the keyboard and you just drag your image around, you can actually, it gets easier to retouch in that direction because skin goes different directions. So when you rotate your image around, to get it back, you just press escape. Don't try and like get it right because you never. So just press escape and it goes back to normal. Cool, so I'm very happy with that. So here's the before, after, before, after. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see more. Before, after. But you see, it doesn't look like we've done a lot, but I tell you, like we've done a lot. So if I can just show you a before, after of what we've done so far. So this is before. So it's all about subtle movements. So now we're going to move on to dodging and burning. Basically what dodging and burning is, it's just working with light. So basically you're going to create a curves layer, right? Then you're going to bring it up a little bit. And then you're going to invert it. And then that will be a dodge, which means to brighten. Okay. And then you're going to do another layer, you're going to bring it down, and then that will be to burn. That's to darken. Okay. Right. Then you're going to invert that one again. You're going to group these two together. It shouldn't have changed anything, right? Can you see? So basically what you're going to do now, say in the dodge layer, you're going to take a small brush, normal brush, 2%, hardness is 0. For example, let's say I was to dodge and burn this part out, okay? So I'll just brush off. Okay, so here's a before, after. Zoom out again, before, after. Okay, so basically that's what you're going to do. So I'm going to delete this one because I have an action and I'm going to play the action. Okay, so to help you see, what you want to do is you want to create like change your image to black and white. So basically I've created a help layer which is just inverting the image to black and white in a curves layer. And what I'm going to do in this curves layer, I'm just going to create some contrast, you know, just so I can see what's happening. So you see before, after. Now you can see more of those blemishes. So since we're just dealing with lights and dark, the color doesn't matter at this point. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go around. And basically you want to be as subtle as possible. So you want to zoom in a little bit, but also then zoom out so you can see what you are doing. Alright, so here's a before and after. Before, after, before, after. Now let me show you how I'll use it in the eyes. So basically I'll just literally just brighten the eyes. And then I'm gonna go onto that part of the eye and that part of the eye. Right, so there's a before, after. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the burn and just go around some of her makeup here. By doing this, you're making the eye stand out. So if you ever wondered what your girlfriend is doing, she's making her eyes pop. So we're going to go with the eyebrows. So it's all about the little things, guys. So you don't want to do too much. So we're going to do the other eye as well. So I'm just going to darken any area that I feel is a bit too bright. So yeah, you want to take your time with this, you know, like, as I said, it's a patient sport. So this is what we've done with local dodging and burning, or I call it fixer, which is just pixel dodging and burning. So this is before, after, before, after. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to these two layers, and now we're gonna contour the face. So what you want to do is same brush, but now you want it to be big, and you want to stroke it down till it's small, make it big again. So basically I'm just adding shadow definition. gonna do with the highlights. So over this highlight, same thing, big brush too small. If you don't know how to contour or don't know where to contour, just search Google and say how to contour face. Before, after. So remember, we zoom out a little bit. Before, after. So it's a bit too much. So I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Maybe say to 68 before, after. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now, if you were dotting and burning hair, you'll also use this layer, but you're not gonna do it here. So. And pretty much you're done. So it's 1, 2, 3 steps. That's before, after. So now let's open that up. Before, after. Okay, perfect. So we can delete our help layer now and our guide layer. And let's look at this image. So that's before, everything else, after, before, after, and all the skin texture and everything still intact for after. And to check this preview like this, you just press Option on your keyboard and you press background. So let's look at each layer. What did each layer do? So we started off, cleaned up this image, before, after. Didn't look like we're getting anywhere, but here we are. And then we did a frequency separation, which gave us that overall before, after. And then we finished it up with dodging and burning, which added quite a bit. So before and after. The cool thing about this system is that you can go back, like so for example, I'm seeing just a bit of rough skin here. Go back here, press S on the keyboard, and just sort it out if you missed it this first time. So it's not destructive. You can always go back and redeem yourself. Be the retoucher that you've always wanted to be. Okay, before, after. Please tag me on Instagram so I can see how this is helping you guys. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. Please like, subscribe, share it with your friends, hit me up on Instagram. Let me know how this is helping you out. So yeah, peace.